Versatile Infotainment provides thousands of informative videos of our viewers. If you want more informative videos, please like and subscribe our channel. So let's go our topic.
Courteney Cox is a $150 million actress and producer from the United States. The most well-known role that Courteney Cox has played is Monica Geller in the popular television series Friends. Between 1994 and 2004, she starred in all 236 of the episodes across 10 seasons of the show. Her work in cinema and television has been successful both before and after Friends. She was a notable cast member in Jim Carrey's 1994 film Ace Venture, pet detective, and 19 episodes of Family Ties in the late 1980s before joining Friends. She starred in 2 television shows after Friends, Dirt, which ran for 20 episodes, and Cougar Town, which ran for 102 episodes. Her most well-known role on the big screen has been as a star of the Scream franchise, for which she has so far acted in 6 films. Courteney Cox was bestowed with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2023. Childhood. In Birmingham, Alabama, on June 15, 1964, Courteney Cox was born. Richard Lewis Cox, her father, was a businessman. Growing up, they were actually both named Courteney Cox because her mother is also named Courteney. But the parents got divorced in 1974. Her mother eventually wed Hunter Copeland during the course of the following few years. Miles Copeland, and Stuart Copeland are Hunter's nephews. The Police's drummer, Stuart, was first booked by Miles, and Ian was the band's manager. After graduating from Washington, D.C.'s Mountain Brook High School, Cox enrolled in Mount Vernon College. She chose to pursue a career in acting and modeling over finishing her architecture degree. Early professional life. It wasn't until she relocated to New York City and joined the Ford modeling agency that Courteney achieved success. Following a brief stint in modeling, Cox enrolled in acting school and was cast in A Single as the World Turns episode in 1984. But being cast by Brian De Palma in the famed and iconic Bruce Springsteen video, Dancing in the Dark, was her big break. She soon became a member of the cast of the wildly popular comedy Family Ties, where she portrayed the romantic partner of Michael J. Fox. Career in film and television. Cox was cast in Jim Carrey's smash comedy Ace Ventura, pet detective, and as Monica Geller in the popular sitcom Friends. Her career took off in 1994. For a decade, Cox shared the screen with actors Matt LeBlanc, Jennifer Aniston, Lisa Kudrow, Matthew Perry, and David Schwimmer. She was chosen to play Monica on Friends despite having been requested to try out for the role of Rachel. This turned into her most well-known part, and it ran for 10 incredibly successful seasons before ending in 2004. Cox also starred as the neurotic reporter Gale Weathers in Wes Craven's hugely popular Scream film series. In the follow-ups, she played the same part 2 more times. Courteney's compensation alone for her 10 seasons on Friends was estimated to be around $88 million. During the first season, her pay each episode was $22,500. She received $1 million for each episode in the last 2 seasons. She portrayed Lucy Spiller in the TV show Dirt from 2007 to 2008 following her role in Friends. Terry Hatcher was cast in the lead role on Desperate Housewives instead of Cox, who was originally slated to play the role because of her pregnancy. From 2009 until 2015, Cox portrayed Jules Cobb in the television series Cougar Town. Since Friends, this was her most successful project. Courteney directed a couple of the show's episodes as well. Along with these roles, she has acted in other movies such as November, Bedtime Stories, Zoom, The Longest Yard, 3,000 Miles to Graceland, and Mothers and Daughters. Cox came again as Gale Weathers in the relaunch of Scream in 2022 and Scream V in 2023, while also appearing on television in Modern Family and Stranger Things. In 2021, Courteney Cox made a comeback alongside her previous co-workers in Friends. The reunion. Other activities and private life. Coquette Productions is the production firm that Courteney owns, having founded it together her former husband, David Arquette. They were married from 1999 to 2012, having first met on the Scream set. May 2013 saw the finalization of their divorce. Their 2004-born daughter, Coco, is their shared child. She dated rock promoter Ian Copeland, performer Adam Duritz, and Michael Keaton before she started dating Arquette. In late 2013, Cox started dating Johnny McDade, a member of the band Snow Patrol. They announced in 2019 that they had called off their engagement, despite the fact that they are still in a committed relationship. They were engaged in 2014. Courteney Cox Property Services. Courteney invested $17.15 million in a high Malibu, California property in 2007. She also advertised a different Malibu property that year, one on the beach and built by renowned architect John Lautner. After listing the property for $33.05 million, she eventually took $27 million. Frank McCourt, a former Dodgers owner, was the buyer. Following the sale of this house, Cox and Arquette spent $9.15 million on a 2-acre Malibu seaside residence. Courteney owned 2 apartments in the opulent Sierra Towers complex in Beverly Hills for a number of years. She purchased the 2 apartments, both on the 25th level, for about $5 million. August 2020 saw Cox sell one of the units for $2.09 million. In December 2022, she sold the second apartment for $4.05 million. The buyer in both transactions was the same person, a resident on the 25th floor, who now possesses more than half of the floor. Music producer Dr. Luke purchased the Beverly Hills house from Courteney in 2014 for a sum of $18 million. Salary of Friends. Every cast member on the first season of Friends received $22,500 for each episode. This equals $540,000 during the initial season. In the second season, their pay increased to $40,000 per episode. That is $960,000 for the next second season. When their contracts were about to expire before the third season, the cast got together to bargain collectively. Agreement was ultimately reached that paid $75,000 for each episode of the third season, $1.875 million for the season. $85,000 for the fourth season, $2.04 million. $100,000 for the fifth season, $2.05 million. And $125,000 for the sixth season, $3.125 million. The cast pushed for a huge pay increase before to season 7. In the end, they made $750,000 apiece, or $18 million, a season for the 7th and 8th seasons. Every cast member received $1 million per episode for seasons 9 and 10. That equals $24 million for the 9th season and $18 million for the 10th. Before back-end incentives and ongoing royalties, the average base salary paid to the Friends cast members was approximately $90 million. Friendship royalties. The cast was entitled to seek backside points during their 2000 contract discussions, which would have allowed them to receive royalties from the show's sale into syndication. Jerry Seinfeld and Bill Cosby were the only other TV celebrities with ownership shares in shows till that moment. The annual revenue from streaming partnerships and syndication royalties for Friends is still above $1 billion. According to reports, the royalties alone can bring in $10–20 million for each member of the ensemble in certain years.